Who can guarantee that the next minute will be yours? Where is the certainty that life will continue just as it is now? Healthy, stable, safe. No force in the universe offers that guarantee. This uncertainty is one of the greatest fears we carry, even though often unconsciously. We don't know if we'll wake up tomorrow. Life and death coexist in the same instant, dancing together as shadows and light. From this perspective, success and failure also walk hand in hand. No one I consider truly successful has reached fulfillment without carrying, at some point, the weight of failures and defeats. We live in a world that glorifies brilliance, ascension, and relentless growth. A world that says, be faster, stronger, more beautiful, overcome everything. This propaganda makes us believe that life is linear, that there's only one direction to go, up. But this belief is a misconception. The truth is, human existence is made up of highs and lows, winning and losing, failing and starting over, living and dying. These are all part of who we are. These elements are not interruptions on the journey. They are the journey itself. When we face our greatest challenges, two words emerge as the protagonists: fear and uncertainty. These are often what dictate our actions, trap us, and prevent us from exploring the vast unknown. And the crucial question is, are you living your life based on fear? Because fear, while it may seem like protection, is a prison that holds you back from growing. It keeps you within what you know, in what's called the comfort zone. So, what is this comfort zone, really? It's the space where everything has already been seen, lived, experienced. It's familiar, but also limited. As long as you stay there, you're stuck with the known, unable to explore the 99.9% of the universe that you don't yet understand. Stepping out of that zone means opening the doors to uncertainty. And that's when fear shows up, trying to pull you back. The more fear you feel, the more you shrink back. The less fear you feel, the more you discover. So, how do you learn to face fear? How do you walk toward the unknown with courage? The Shaolin practices offer an answer. Imagine a child entering the Shaolin temple for the first time. There are no promises of comfort. On the contrary, the child is challenged from the very beginning. They are encouraged to compete, test limits, face adversity. After all, Shaolin Kung Fu is a martial art, a practice that demands confrontation, not just with a partner or opponent, but with oneself. You confront your own body, your own mind, your own limits. Think of something simple: push-ups. If someone asked you to do 50 right now, you might be able to. But what about 200? What happens when you hit the limit of 50 and feel like you can't go any further? Pain starts to show up, your muscles start to burn, and your mind screams to stop. But it's exactly at this point that something extraordinary can happen. If you gather the strength to do just one more, you're unlocking a hidden power within yourself. This is the process that turns effort into growth. The same applies to the mind. You don't have to dive headfirst into the darkness of the unknown. You can start small. Today, take one step outside your comfort zone. Tomorrow, another. And gradually, uncertainty stops being a threat and becomes an invitation. This habit of exploring the unknown is the path to overcoming fear. There's another issue that often holds us back: our mistaken perception of who we are. Have you ever stopped to think whether the image you have of yourself is true? Many people look in the mirror and believe they are only what they see: skin, hair, eyes, a face. But that's just the surface. When you begin to dig deeper, you realize there's so much more. Beneath the skin, there are muscles, bones, organs. And beyond that, there's energy, an invisible yet real force that permeates your entire being. This awareness is transformative. When you understand that you're not just a physical body, you start taking care of yourself in a different way. It's not enough to just apply lotion to your skin to feel good. You begin to think about how the food you eat, the actions you take, and even the thoughts you nurture affect what's inside you. Refining the body and the mind is a core principle in Shaolin training. By taking care of your body, you impact your mind. And when the mind becomes clear and refined, something extraordinary happens. You awaken to the fact that from the moment you were born, you were already whole. Lack, this feeling that something is always missing, is an illusion created by human concepts. When we were children, before we learned what success or acceptance meant, we were already perfect. Nature or the universe, call it whatever you like, doesn't make mistakes. We didn't come into this world incomplete. But over time, we absorbed ideas about how life should be. If you don't have a fancy car, a luxury house, or hundreds of friends, they say your life is inadequate. But that's a lie. What brought us here, whether it's God, the cosmos, or the force of existence, has already given us everything we need. Our task is not to seek completeness outside of ourselves, but to rediscover what we already have. When you understand this, the constant search for external validation loses its meaning. You stop chasing what's missing and begin to appreciate what is. Now, look at your life. Reflect on the last 5 or 10 years. Are there patterns that repeat? Fears that keep you stuck? Dreams you've stopped chasing? This honest reflection is the first step toward transformation. When you choose to face your fears and embrace uncertainty, something magical happens. Life stops being a sequence of predictable events and becomes an adventure. Each day becomes an opportunity to discover something new about the world, about others, and about yourself. It is this willingness to explore the unknown that makes us truly alive. Shaolin Master Shi Heng says that transformation begins with self-awareness, and self-awareness starts with the courage to look inward, to face our own soul without judgment. It's a process that requires discipline, patience, and self-compassion. But the rewards of this journey are immeasurable. So the next time you feel fear, ask yourself, is this protecting me or limiting me? The answer will guide the steps you take next. And remember, it doesn't matter how small those steps are. The important thing is to keep moving forward, because life is not a destination, it is the movement itself. Trust in the strength that already exists within you. It's enough. It always has been.